Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lainey and I am a current OutSchool teacher, and I am here to give you tips and tricks for getting hired with OutSchool, and even more than that, getting noticed by parents. That's what we want, right? We want to get noticed by parents so that we have full bookings, full classes, and I have been getting slammed with messages recently about what is the best time to schedule your classes so that you can get the most enrollments. So that's what we're here to talk about today. But before we get started, I want to make sure to tell you to make sure that you watch today's video until the very end, because at the end, I am sharing something exciting and there's something that I may need your help with. So make sure that you're watching until the end. Also, if you're not already doing so, make sure that you find me on Instagram. I share a lot on Instagram. I have a ton of OutSchool highlights with tips and tricks, and I even have a highlight dedicated to other OutSchool teachers and sharing their classes. So you can check that out under the highlight called OutSchool by You. Also, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be up to date on everything that I have to give to you in regards to tips for OutSchool. So we know that teachers who are teaching with OutSchool, their biggest concern is making sure that they can actually get enrollments. Obviously, there is a large gap sometimes, I feel like, between teachers who have tons of learners, lots of bookings, and then those who cannot get learners to save their life. Everyone's situation is, of course, different depending on times that they're available to teach. If you have another job that you're not able to teach during the day, maybe you can only teach nights and weekends, or maybe your age range is an older age range that isn't booking as well as those who teach younger learners. There are a lot of things that go into picking the right time for scheduling a class, but I'm going to go ahead and be as blunt as possible and let everybody know that there is no best time to schedule a class. Now, obviously, a lot of OutSchool's learners are in the United States. There are a lot in North America, in Canada, North America. Like I live in South America. I live in the United States. There are some that are in Canada, even in Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Greece, Italy. I just had a student from Italy. So there are learners in many parts of the world. And that gives you a lot of great opportunities for times for you to be able to schedule classes. But the problem is figuring out what is that perfect time, but there is no perfect time. Before I get started giving you guys some true analytics, hard facts, I want to share that I'm not saying any of this to be rude or anything like that, but I'm doing it to help others who aren't seeing bookings the way that they want. If you are more concerned about scheduling classes at certain times, then you're missing out on opportunities for you to maybe amend and correct things that you currently are doing with OutSchool that may be resulting in you not getting bookings. It's easy to blame timing and scheduling on the reason for you not getting bookings, but the reality is that you're maybe not marketing yourself the way that you could be to get those learners. Now, again, this is me looking at it as a parent on OutSchool, as well as a teacher. I look at OutSchool every day, not for teaching, but for classes for my own daughter. So I can tell you that there are often times where we schedule classes the day of. Maybe it's a day that we don't have much going on, and I can tell that she's a little bored, she wants something to do. So I will scroll through and pick something that starts in the next hour or whatever. And there are times when you're scrolling, it's like, okay, nothing's catching my eye. To me, this is the difference between teachers who have a lot of learners and teachers who don't have a lot of learners. I've said it before in some of my other videos about how to get fully booked and how to stand out from other teachers. The most important thing in my eyes whenever it comes to teaching on OutSchool is, unfortunately, not always your credentials, what your teacher profile says, what's your background in teaching. That's not what's going to get you learners. What's going to get you learners is something that catches the parent's eye. You need to be taking a look at your class listing photo, your title, and that 2-sentence, 1-sentence, whatever you choose, summary that you have on there. Because a lot of times there are parents who are literally just scrolling, trying to find something that's convenient and that's going to entertain their children. So for me, I feel like it's not about when you're scheduling your class. It's not about what time's the hot time. It's about what are you doing to attract parents in that kind of clickbait way. Now, I don't say clickbait and mean that you need to be misleading. That is definitely not what I mean by this. I mean that it's clickbait in that most of the time, parents don't read teacher profiles from the research that I've done. Most of the time, they don't look at your teacher videos. There are some that do, but like I said, they're not looking at your teaching credentials because they're relying on OutSchool that they've already vetted you, that they know that any teacher who's on OutSchool likely has some sort of credential, or that they are successful. They're looking at how many reviews you have. So if they click on the class, because again, clickbait, if it looks like something like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun for my kid, maybe they'll enjoy this, and they click on it, they're likely going to see, are there any reviews? What kind of reviews do they have? Does it look like this class has been successful for the teacher? If so, yes, please. So a lot of times it's just about capturing that initial attraction to the parents. And that's not to say that your class shouldn't be great, because you're obviously going to need to deliver. Again, that was one of my tips for seeing success on OutSchool. You have to deliver for that, but you also have to put in the time to make these things look enticing. So that would be my number one suggestion about getting bookings with OutSchool. It's not about time. It's not about when learners are available, because learners are available at all times. Literally, I'm going to show you a picture, a screenshot from my OutSchool class, astronaut training. I'm also going to show you one for my paleontology camp. These screenshots show you that I get requestings at every hour of the day. Every hour of the day for this. I'm talking 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. It is all day long. There are learners at all times. Now, obviously, there may be less learners at certain times. At 3 a.m., there may be less learners than you're going to see at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, there are going to be more learners during the thick of the day, but there are learners all the time, especially if you live in the United States. You're going to have learners all the time. So what I'm going to show you is going to at least give you some insight into the times of the day when there may be more learners available. Now, keep in mind that I teach students who are between the ages of 3 and 7, really. Now, I also have done some research with my Instagram followers. Again, I know that this is a small number compared to how many OutSchool teachers there actually are, but I did a poll to see how many teachers taught the age range of 3 to 7, 8 to 11, and then so on and so on. And I can say that it looks like, from what I can see, the majority of teachers are for younger students, and those that are getting bookings the most, there are a number of them that are teaching younger learners. But again, I do not think that this is really indicative of the older age ranges and if you can get bookings for those older students, because I definitely think that you can. Even during the day when you think that students may be in school right now, there are a lot of kids on OutSchool who are homeschooled. And either these families are homeschooling with OutSchool, or they're supplementing with OutSchool. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity. Either way, there's a lot of opportunity, but maybe this will give you, like I said, a little bit of insight, especially for the age range of 3 to 7. But I think that it could really work probably for most age ranges. So I'm going to put up, this is a screenshot of listing requests that I've gotten from parents for my astronaut training class. Now, this class has over 750 saves, and I've been doing it for the past 3 months. It's the very first class that I ever did on OutSchool. So this one, you can see that every number is a parent request. So starting at midnight all the way to 11 p.m. every single day of the week, I have a request. So to me, that says demand. It's demand. What do people want? They like this class. They're willing to do it at all of these times. Now, obviously, you can see that from the times maybe 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm Eastern Standard Time. So this would be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be when the most learners are available. And this is, again, not saying that there's only 12 learners available at all times with OutSchool. This is saying these are the parents who have sent me requests. So if you're looking for hot times, even 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to have really good luck. And if you ask me, that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours. Like, that's a lot of time for you to be able to gain those bookings. So I hope that this shows that timing is not the problem. Timing is not the problem. I've taught many classes at 6 a.m. that have had full bookings. I think 8 p.m. was the latest I ever taught a class. Again, full bookings. I'm going to show you the next picture here. This is another example. Again, I'm just trying to show you hard facts. This is from my paleontology camp, and this is my second most requested class. And this camp, it's a 2-day class, and you can see here, this one has over 500 saves. And this one, again, timing is the same, 8 a.m., even down to 8 or 9 p.m. on this one. Guys, that says so much. That's a lot of time. Like, that is a lot of time. Even if you are working, maybe you're a B&M teacher, a brick and mortar teacher, and you're in the classroom and you can only teach from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's 4 hours of bookings that you could get a day. I mean, that's literally Sunday through Monday. So I hope that this is maybe enlightening to show you that timing is important, but it's not what's the problem if you're having trouble getting bookings, because there are learners at all times of the day. And especially if you are living in North America, you are the bulk of your day is available for you to be teaching to tons and tons of learners. So again, I hope that this is helpful and gives you some insight. And I hope you realize also that anything that I say is not to be rude or demeaning or anything like that. I am just trying to push facts to show you what has worked for me and why it has worked for me. If you haven't considered looking at your class photo, changing it up, making it appealing, if you haven't considered coming up with a fun, creative title and a really great 2-sentence class summary, I think that's something that maybe you should consider and take the time to really put that effort in to make them great and eye-catching to parents. Anyways, that's what I have for today. I have something else really exciting that I need your help on. If you're interested, it would really help me. I am in the process of creating a program that is going to support online teachers in their endeavors to market themselves, maximize their profits, learn technology to help them in the classroom, and overall just benefit you in getting bookings and meeting your goals as an online teacher. And in order to do this, I need your help, because I've created a market research survey that I could really use everyone's help to fill out. By filling this out, you're going to help me a ton by learning more about online teachers and the struggles that they have with marketing and branding and finding their niche and things like that. And in exchange for those who fill out the survey, I am going to pick 5 lucky people to hop on a plan of action call with me, totally free, but it will be a 30-minute plan of action call with me where we will strategize together to come up with a game plan for you and maybe improving your bookings with OutSchool or getting started with OutSchool. Either way, I would appreciate you filling out this survey. I have linked it down below in the description box. If you could fill that out, that would be amazing. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.